How are you guys doing? This is the Bacon Gamer here, and my friend asked me to make him an intro, so I was working on it a little bit, and I came up with this really good one, and I wanted to show you guys how to make it, and the intro looks like this. So yeah, guys, that's the intro. It's pretty simple to make. The only thing you're gonna need is Adobe After Effects, and you're also going to need what's it called? Sony Vegas. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna open up Adobe After Effects. So I'm just gonna let that open up. I'm using Adobe After Effects Creative Cloud. You can use CS6, CS5, CS4, but I would recommend using either CS6 or CC if you're not that good at this. You should probably have some experience with Adobe After Effects before doing this, but it's my opinion. So let me just delete all these. Alright, so you're going to go to File, New, Project. Alright, now Composition, New Composition. Name it whatever you want. I'll name it Tutorial Intro. 1280 by 720, square pixels, 30 frames per second, full resolution, 0 start time code, and 10-second duration. So once you have that, first thing you're going to want to do is right click, New Solid. You're going to call it Background. You're going to make it the same size as your composition, 1280 by 720 pixels. And it doesn't matter what color you have it. Now what you're going to do is you're going to search ramp. You're going to take your ramp and you're going to drag it. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go here to this number and you're going to type 6 Fs. And then you're going to press OK. For the second color, you're going to type B2, B2, B2. Once you have that, you're going to change the ramp shape from linear to radial. Okay, so now we're back to the project. So the next thing you're going to need to do is get an iron sword, or any type of sword you're going to be using. But I'm going to be using an iron sword. So I'm going to go open up the iron sword file. So I've got to find it. I think I named it something kind of random. I think this is it right here. And sure enough, it is. Okay. So I'm just going to rename it real quick to Iron Sword or Sword. Okay. We can take this, we're going to drag it on top of the background, and we're also going to get another one. We're going to rename this to Sword 2. It did it for us. Rename this, take off the brackets. Okay. I don't know why it has brackets around it, but whatever. Okay, it doesn't matter. So once you have both of your swords, you're going to scale them down. So I'm just going to scale the first sword down. So I'm going to zoom out real quick and hold shift and scale it down. I'm just going to delete the second sword for now so that it's easier to see what I'm doing. Alright, so let me just move this. So move it to the side of the screen a little bit away. Just try to center it. Make it kind of like that. That looks good. Now you can, now you can drag your sword, another sword down here. It will probably automatically be named Sword 2. And you're going to press S on this and S on here and just make your percentages the same. So 26.9. Just so that they're the same size. Then for Sword 2, you're going to go press R on it and press -90. So what you do is you click on the Sword 2 and you press R, and then you set that to -90. Then you're going to press P on both of them. And you are going to, on Sword 2, change the second number to the one that's on the first sword. So in this case, it's 382.0. Now they're the same height. Now what we're going to do on sword 2 is you're going to want to change it to be, I would say, about there. So now once you have that, you're going to set a keyframe at 0 seconds for the position. Then you're going to drag it to 5 seconds, and you're going to move the swords, move them to where you think it looks good, because they're going to be crossing. So we have to make them kind of centered and look good. That looks pretty good. I'm going to keep it like that. Now you're going to move these first keyframes to 4.5 seconds. And I want to be right on, so I'm just going to drag my thing to here. And I'll just make it like that. So now that we have this, what happens is the swords stay in one place, and then after about 4.5 seconds, they'll come together, just like my intro. Okay. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go into our effects and presets, and we're going to search wiggle. We're going to go to the position, and we're going to drag it on to both of the swords. So wiggle position on both of the swords. The next thing you're going to do is on sword 2, you're going to go to 0, and you're going to keyframe both of the wiggle speed and wiggle amount. And you're going to set it to 0. And then what you're going to do is you're going to do when you get to 5 seconds, no, when you get to 4.5 seconds, bring the first one to about 20, the second one to about 60. Then when you get to 5 seconds, bring it back down to 0. Do the same for the other sword. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the first thing, frame, and then go 0, 0. Then you're going to go up to 4.5 seconds. And you're going to go to 20 and 60. Then you're going to go back to 5 seconds. And you're going to go back down to 0, 0. So what this is going to do is, let's run preview, is it's going to make the sword shake, and then they're going to come together. It's pretty simple. Now I will have the download link for all the different kinds of swords, diamond, stone, etc. And yeah, just to make it pretty easy for you. The next step that we're going to need is the explosion file. And I'm giving credit, and the person this is a YouTuber's file, but I don't remember his name at the time, but I will put it in the description to give him credit. And yeah, so I think it's under my downloads. Yep, explosion file. So I'm gonna slide that in there, and you're gonna drag it on top of your swords. What you're gonna do, make sure you do this. See this little speaker thing? Make sure that you click that and get rid of it. Okay, now you see that it's kind of black. Well, we'll fix that. But first, you're gonna go to your 5 second mark, and you're gonna bring your this green bar, and you're gonna drag it into it. And right when you see the first frame when you see fire, let go, and that's where you're going to want to keep it. Now what you're going to do is you're going to see this little bar at the bottom. It's going to say toggle switches / modes. Click that, and you should get these modes. Now what you're going to do on the explosion, you're going to click it, and you're going to click screen. Now what you're going to do is you're going to drag that to about the center, and you're going to scale it up. So by holding shift, we can scale it up to about that big. Okay, it's looking good so far. We can watch it. So here it is. Let's run preview. Okay, so here it is. So they shake, and they come in, they explode, and boom. Looks pretty good. Okay, so the next thing you're gonna need is like a logo. I'm gonna be using mine. The thing you saw at the beginning of the video, that was my friend's, this one, but I'm just gonna be using mine. So drag that into your thing, and drag that on top of your explode file. And mine's pretty big so that I could scale it down, but yours doesn't have to be as big. But I like being able to have the room to scale it down. So you're just gonna kind of center it, see where you like it. That looks about good. So then what you're gonna want to do is take the slider and you're gonna drag it to exactly 5 seconds. Let me just make sure it's there. So I'm gonna take my time ruler and drag it to 5 seconds. So basically it's gonna explode, it's gonna show your name, it's gonna look really good. Okay, so we're pretty much done and we can watch it. And as you can see, sword shake, they come together, explode, there's your name, looks pretty sick. Now where's the sound? We need some music. So yeah, so I have the links in the description for this music, and it is not copyrighted, so no need to worry. So yeah. So let me just find it. It might be in my downloads. Yes, okay. So gonna get the music, and we're also gonna get the sound effects. Both of these links will be in my description. So I'm gonna rename this to BG Music. Gonna name this to Explosion Sound Effect. Okay. Once you have this, you're gonna take both of these files and you're gonna drag them underneath everything. Make sure that the speaker is clicked so that you could see the speaker. So now you're gonna click on the explosion effect, and you are going to drag the explosion effect to 5 seconds. So let me drag my slider there so that I know exactly where to drag it. So now if we ram preview, we can see. So it looks pretty good. It looks very professional and really stands out. Now, I always like to add some finishing touches. So let's add those. So we're gonna go to 9.5 seconds, and we're gonna click on your YouTube logo. Then you're gonna click S on it, and you're gonna click the keyframe. Then you're gonna slide to 10 seconds, and you're gonna set this to 450, or however much you think looks good. I think 450 looks good. Now that's all you have to do for that. Then for the music, let me just unexpand this. You're gonna go into your music, go into the audio, and you should see audio levels. Now you're gonna go to 9.5 seconds yet again. Click the keyframe for the audio levels. Then you're gonna go to 10 seconds, and you're gonna slide them to -48. Once you have that, you can uncheck these boxes, and we can now see the completed intro. Here it is. So hey guys, I'm pretty happy with that. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit Control M, and that's gonna bring up, I guess it doesn't do that in this. Alright, well you're gonna do Control Alt 0, I guess. Yeah, that works. And you're gonna drag the name from the project box, your composition into the current render, the render queue. And for render settings, select best settings. Okay. For the output module, click lossless. For the output too, that's where you want to save it. I'm going to save it to my desktop. And then you're going to press render. You're going to let this render. Now, it probably will take longer for you, but I have a very nice computer. Now, once it's done, you should hear a little beep like that. And here it is. So, let me just delete this real quick, because I don't need it. Actually, no, I won't delete it. I'll just keep it in my recycle bin. So here's the product. But as you can see, if we go into its properties, it's 792 megabytes. And that's a pretty large amount for just a 10-second clip. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up Sony Vegas Pro 12. This is definitely recommended, but you can probably maybe use Camtasia Studio, but I'm not sure about that. So now you're going to take your files and you're going to drag your intro into here. And let me just click out of here and click yes. Then you're going to click File, Render As, and you're going to click, you're going to go here, you're going to see this, you're going to go to WMV, then you're going to click 6 Mbps HD 720 30p video. I have that as my favorite. And then you're going to click that and render. Again, might take longer for you, but it doesn't matter. So this is going to compress the size of the file, and it's going to make it compatible for YouTube. Now once it's done, you can open up the file and you can watch it. So this is what we just made. I think it looks pretty good. Alright. Well, anyway, guys. Thank you for watching. This has been the Baking Gamer tutorials. And by the way, if you're planning on making this intro, send the intro to me when you're done. I will have the emails to send it to in the description. Well, I might, unless I forget. But send it to me. And when you send it to me, make sure that you when you send it to, oh my god, what am I saying? Alright, so I want you to send it to me, but I don't just want you to send something that looks exactly like the thing that we just made. I want you to make it your own. Use your own skills in Adobe After Effects. Don't just use what I taught you. Use everything you know. You add all the effects that you want. Add all the fades, any kind of music. You don't even have to use the music I used. And everything. But I'm not gonna show you in the next video and give you a shout out if it's not creative and if it's not different from mine. That's the only way I'll show it in my next video. So the best person to send in this, the best one I get, is going to be shown in my next video. Hopefully it's not exactly the same. And thank you guys for watching. And this is a little art I made, just saying. Well, anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. This is the Baking Gamer here, signing out.